Hello, and welcome back to Winter Solace at Asylum for Art. My name is Scott Arnold, and I'd like to thank the Alberta Health Services Family and Patient-Centered Care for putting this all together, and also to the Instrumental Society of Calgary for doing all of the artistic director. And this is Asylum for Art, where we're broadcasting from. So tonight we have Mark Limacher, pianist, jazz pianist, and classical pianist. So without further ado, Mark Limacher.
Good evening, and thank you. I am Mark Limacher. I hope you were well. I'm all right. Give or take, right? That was a song that's called Die schönste Nacht, which I think roughly means the most beautiful night, which of course is about a hypothetical night. Yeah, that's a joke. I'm kidding. I'm thrilled to be here. I love songs and little miniature things because they are very strange, right? And what do I mean? I mean they are little microcosms. They do the same thing a few times and then they just end. They refer to themselves and nothing else. And some are good and some are bad. You know, I mean that. It's a wonderful thing, much like any microcosm you might come across. I think tonight I will just play several songs, okay? So that is a sort of more Viennese operatic song that's from an opera called the Stumme Serenade, the Silent Serenade, which Korngold wrote but never really got the thing performed. It's a strange story that you can look up if you'd like. I'm going to play a completely different sort of song now. I'll do a kind of early popular song from, say, the late 20s. So this is a piece called If I Had You, which has wonderful lyrics that are all, full of deep projections and longings for another person to sort of complete your life. What a catastrophe, right? So I'll play that now, and I hope you enjoy that. even though I know that there is a person here, the applause is very threatening. It's fascinating. It's great. You know, I'm not used to playing for anybody anymore, so this is very fun for me and threatening. Yeah, so that was If I Had You. I love that song, and very few people play that anymore, so, you know, thank you for allowing me to do that at you over the internet. Next, I want to return to opera. So, I mentioned Korngold at the beginning, right? We heard a thing that he wrote. Korngold, believe it or not, as a child was obsessed with Puccini, which was a source of anxiety for his very famous music critic father, Julius, who revered Mahler above all else and didn't have very many positive things to say about. Certainly Puccini, you know, what a travesty. And so I thought, how about instead of playing Puccini, I'll play Verdi, you know, the sort of antecedent of Puccini, and I will do so in a style that has nothing to do with Italian opera. So here's the final scene. Here's the melody from the final scene of Aida, O Terra Addio, where Radames and Aida are being buried alive. It's a wonderful moment, very tragic, and so on and so forth. So I'll play that melody, but I'll do it a little bit weird. And, you know, I hope you like it. And if you don't, I mean, you know, you can't tell me until afterwards, so it's excellent. Thank you. All right. I'll return now to early popular music from the 20th century. Do you see how the point that sort of rattles through my head constantly is that these melodies are all approachable from the same vantage point. They're all songs, regardless of their origin. It allows us to do weird things with them and improvise over them, right? Which is what I'm doing. I'm making all of this up, which is why you could never get me to redo it, right? Here's a song called I'm Through with Love. Bing Crosby made this famous, I want to say in 1931, but you can sue me if that's wrong. Okay. Thank you. Is it okay? I wish I could get a better response than just the one person here. Do people like this? Do you hate it? I can't wait for this question and answer period at the end. That to me is, that's Shangri-La by the time we get there. Please, the more comments, the better, right? Okay, so how about something a little bit more jazzy, right? This is sort of improvisatory but old-fashioned. And I like that. I'm not against it, or I wouldn't have done it. But how about, here's a standard. I love to play this very much, but on occasion people mock me for playing this because, it's overdone, what have you. This is a song called All the Things You Are, which is by Jerome Kern, who was one of the great songwriters of the early 20th century. He was George Gershwin's idol. He was obsessed with Jerome Kern. And this is one of his most famous songs. I like it because it drifts around into all sorts of different keys, and so you never get to stay anywhere for very long. Much like life, right? You get comfortable, and then a catastrophe ensues. It's wonderful. Okay. Thank you. With no audience, you know what? It's the strangest thing. I can't remember if I'm performing. So halfway through each one of these songs, I go, wait, am I at home? I don't know where I am. It's very strange. I encourage everyone to try this. This is thrilling. I'll close now with, how about this? This is a song I wrote. I don't really write songs. I am a composer, but I write, very drone-oriented chamber music. I always refer to it as quiet, slow, boring, and I say that as a compliment. I think it's a wonderful thing. But I don't write songs. And so I wrote this song once by accident. And so I figure, why not include it in this cavalcade of things, right? I've called this Pelirroja to make it sound very exotic and so on. And I'll just improvise over this for a bit, and then we can catch up afterwards with the Q&A. I want to thank Scott and everyone here at ISC for having me. This has been fun. And we'll talk after this. So thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mark. That was absolutely fantastic.
No, my pleasure. I hope that was
Yeah.
all right.
I know. Hope maybe you'll even come back.
You know,
I think that
I'll
would
have
be
to
nice.
clear my schedule. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Well-
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, let's get into there's a number of questions or comments here, and there's a few questions in the comment field. And so if you're watching and you would like to know something from Mark, then put it into the comment field, and we'll ask him for you.
Okay, let's
So I'll start reading some of the comments
Okay.
as well, because there's really nothing but good things for them.
Oh,
to
that's
say.
very sweet. Okay.
So David says it's fantastic to hear you play. Barbara says you're blowing our minds, and we're cheersing you with a G&T at home.
I wonder if that's the same Barbara that I know.
Have you drank a G&T with her before?
It's hard to say. I don't remember, which means yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Barb and Karsten.
Karsten, yeah, of course.
that's
So it is the Barbara I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
is,
right.
yeah.
And Karsten, you don't return my calls, and I'm very curious. I still have your keys. How am I supposed to get them to you? I'm going to stop asking pretty soon. And all the best.
Well, if you have the keys, you can just drop them off, can't you?
You'd think that would make sense, but this is far more fun for me.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, now there's actually a question.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite holiday piece?
That's funny. As a person who observes no holiday, nor can seem to remember when they are, I would say, oh, that's rough. What? Let's see. We just had. There must be something. Name some.
It could be like a Halloween piece, perhaps.
Yes, true story. I used to be. I used to host a radio show with my dear friend Laura Reed, who I'm sure is not listening, but God love her. But every Christmas special we used to do, I would open with Monster Mash just to be irritating, But let's see, holiday song. I don't know. They all start to bleed together in my mind and create a sort of.
Hopefully not in the medley.
Yeah, that's right. It's just a superimposition of all of them. Yeah, that's right. So no, I don't think I have one, which is not to say anything negative about people's deep preferences for those songs.
Great.
But I have no idea. You could just tell me what my favorite is, and I'll agree. Yeah.
How about the Six White Boomers?
Sounds fascinating. Yeah. Sounds like a sort of Trump voting base.
Okay, next question here. Do you have any tricks or tips for getting into a creative space or frame of mind to compose?
Oh, that's rough. Sure. Here's what I would say. The teacher that I was closest with, her name was Benita Marcus. She used to say something very true, and it's very interesting. So she was very critical of anybody who used to try to compose with a plan. So, if you decided, let's say, I'm going to write a 9-minute piece, and it will be 3 minutes of this sort of thing, 3 minutes of that, and then the final 3 minutes. And she said, you will always fail and end up torturing yourself, trying to almost paint by numbers to achieve this. And of course, use that sense of plan I just described metaphorically. It could be any kind of plan. She would say, how do you know where the thing is going? And what she instead would advocate is spending a great deal of time just exploring what kind of material you are coming up with, which means just listening to something over and over and over again that you've done. Try it in every key, just mess around with it. Start playing in the Jungian sense of that term, because before you know it, you'll find yourself in a creative space by accident. And I really do mean that sincerely. If you can somehow find yourself with your material accidentally playing around, simply by just going through the motions of experimentation, you'll get somewhere. I swear to you, it's impossible that you can't. Yeah, no. So that might be the first thing I say, and then there's 9 hours of other thoughts that I will save. Yeah.
You have 3 seconds.
I have 3 more seconds. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's a good answer, though, I think.
Okay, sure.
Okay, let's see, what else do we have? Lots more nice things to say. And they, Marilee wants to know, is this studio at the Asylum for Art? And yes, it is indeed. We're on 14th Street, just at the top of the hill coming up from 17th Avenue in Bankview. 2505 14th Street is where we are. And we're on the second floor, and we're fairly new. And once this whole gong show is over, we're going to be doing shows on Friday and Saturday night, and open mic on Sunday. And we just love music. And I have to say that through this lockdown, I kind of really like my job. This is really fun.
Sure.
Yeah, it is indeed. All right. Casey wants to know if she can see your beautiful smile.
Is that legal?
I think it is. Let
Is
me
it
put
sure?
on this, the other
Okay.
camera here.
Sure. Oh, God. Let me take them. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay. Ugh, it looks better with the mask on, I think. Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. There you go, Casey.
And back to legality.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I had to step away for that one.
That's
But,
right. You
yeah.
don't want to get too close to my face.
No, the smile. Okay, let's see. Fiona says, I know this is a very weird experience for you as a performer, and I would very much rather be in the same room, and very grateful for this. Thank you for your wonderful playing.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
No, thank you very much for that. My pleasure.
We have just 4 more comments
Sure.
here. Kate says, your original song is incredibly beautiful. I hope one day you record it. Do you have a recording of that song?
I do not.
Well, I guess you do now.
Yeah, I have one. I have one now. Yes.
that's
Yeah.
right.
No, thank you for that. Yeah.
And you can come back and watch it anytime. It'll be on the website, so you can just go back and
Perfect.
see that. I love your composition. You are awesome.
That's very nice.
Love your sense of humor.
Oh, that's a relief. Yeah.
Allison Lynch. We were just talking about Allison Lynch a minute ago.
Is she watching?
She is apparently watching. Love
Nice.
that original composition that you wrote accidentally.
Yes.
There you go.
Well, it was accidentally a song. I wrote it on purpose, of course.
Yeah.
It just
But
you see what I.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Suzanne says, thank you, beautiful music, a lovely break and a busy day.
Oh, that's lovely.
And Aaron, is there any comments or questions you would like to?
I'm speechless. Mark, thank you so much.
It is absolutely fantastic. I truly love this.
Hey, no, my pleasure. Thank you for having me. I mean,
Indeed.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the next time you come back and play some music and perhaps in a group. What sort of ensembles do you like to play in?
Any that will tolerate me repeatedly, you know. So no, it varies. I like to play with singers a lot
Yeah.
because I don't sing. Yeah,
Great.
so that's always nice. I like to play with jazz groups.
Great.
I loved playing with the CPO anytime I got that chance. That was always nice.
Nice.
May they remember who I am, you know. But yeah, you know, it's great. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, and let's sign off for tonight.
Of course.
Look
My
forward
pleasure.
to the next time.
Absolutely.
Good-
All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
You want to play us out?
Is there an outro sequence?
We could do an
We do that?
This is still live, I'm assuming.
Yep.
This is great.
Oh, Mark.
Someone just emailed me that was an illegal smile.
Good. And the place is getting shut down.
That's it.
That's right. AHS is on the way.
Cops are on their way.